Good afternoon, everyone. It is the 9th of October, and we continue on up here in the SPY. We currently have a rising 15 20-day moving average, and 5-day moving average is now rising. We got that higher high above a flat to 5-day moving average, and we are on our way. If you're involved here, I'd say worst case stop probably wants to be around 570-ish. If you want to make sure you don't lose any profits, maybe up at 574. I'm expecting tomorrow morning with the CPI and PPI that we'll probably see a bit of a pullback, if anything. So just know where your stops are, and if you want to take profits, make sure you already have done so. If you're looking at the Nasdaq's broke this high here today, and that's where we basically close the day. And unlikely again, I would anticipate that we're going to see a pullback to that weighted average price from the beginning of the week. So, even though we are bullish overall, I'd say be careful of the CPI and PPI tomorrow morning. That's likely where it's going to happen. Maybe we get a bit of a pullback and then a rebuild, but maybe tomorrow we carry on onwards and upwards. We're holding above all appropriate anchors. We're above all the appropriate moving averages. I think the odds are that we continue on higher. Semiconductors continue to have a decent uptrend. This needs a bit of a pullback, in my opinion. We've had a few skirtings here on the shorter term time frame back to this volume weighted average price, and it's recovered. I'd say tomorrow, depending on the outcome of the CPP and PPI, sorry, I would say you're anticipated. We may just carry on upwards. It was obviously it's being pushed by NVDA primarily, but NVDA had a bit of an inside day. Didn't really do a whole lot. We'll have a look at that close to the end, but generally we're above all moving averages and all appropriate anchors. Again, the path of least resistance is upwards. On the XBI continues to fade off and sell, and there's no reason to get involved here, and that's probably all we need to talk about on that one. Russell 2000, I got long in here today. I am still holding some. I bought above the volume weighted average price for the day, and we've unfortunately pulled back closer to the end of the day. This looks like it could be the start of a potential move up, so I'll know where my stop is. Currently got my stop at 216, half of my stop, and the other one at 215.87. So giving it a little bit of room to run here. I think it's got an opportunity if we have another strong day tomorrow. Maybe the CPP will, or the CPI, I should start CPP. The CPI should hopefully maybe get this going in the morning. So it's a bit of a it's 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 likely that we gap down tomorrow, but post market's not anything you should really take into consideration. I think pre-market is probably more the true storyteller. We've continued to try find some supply here down at this level at $90 for the energy names. I think it's we're holding above the appropriate anchors, but we're now starting to get below this 5-day moving average, which will start to flatten and decline over the next few days. So energy names probably needs a little bit more time to consolidate after this big move. Don't get involved, I don't think. Financials back up to all-time highs made today, made all-time highs. Um, and maybe this is the double top we've been talking about. We talked about this being the double top. Maybe we get a measured move down after the CPI hits tomorrow. Who knows? But if you're involved, I'd say worst case stop goes at 45.65 to at least hold some profits. Generally, all in all, Bitcoin is consolidating and pulling back. There's obviously a little bit of hesitancy in the market to get going here. If it breaks down below 59,780, I'd say you're probably in for a bigger pullback down to the previous lows. Again, Bitcoin is a bit dicey right now. We're below the 5-day moving average on the 30-minute time frame, but generally, let's just wait for it to show a little bit of strength first if you're looking to get involved. Have a quick look at the bonds. Bonds continue to sell off. They're down to the volume weighted average price for the year. We're below the anchor from the recent high. It's not really one to buy on strength, that's for sure. It's still consolidating down there. Let's see if we find some buyers. NVDA today, if you're still involved in NVDA, I still hold a third of what I own, and my stop is at 131.29, which is below the low of today, and it seemed to hold there. Man, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe it's the CPI in the morning, so it's always hard to say what's exactly going to happen. Maybe we get slingshot up, and maybe we crash and it gaps down, and we lose profits. But this is the name of the game that's trading. And have a quick look at Amazon. Uh, Amazon had a good run today. That 5-day moving average to start to flatten and rise. Unfortunately, we still do have a declining 20-day moving average for the next little while as we get through this data here. So, bit mixed messages here and here. But if you're looking for a strong potential upward trend, I would say look for a pullback before we get going. Tesla looked like it was going to go there the other day. We still have this 5-day moving average, which will start to flatten and rise tomorrow once we get into this area. So maybe we see, depending on this stock trades so sporadically. I like to see a bit of a gap up in the morning up to this 245 area. That would be ideal if the CPI can do that, then fantastic. Then as the day goes on, if it holds in that area, that flat to 5-day moving average will start to rise, and if we can get back up here, it'd be a higher high above that. So keep an eye on Tesla as a potential entry. Outside of that, that's pretty much it for today, folks. Have a great rest of your day.